This is the State of the Saints podcast. TJ Jones back at you with some breaking news, man. Cornerback of the Arizona Cardinals, Patrick Peterson, says that he desperately wants out of Arizona. That's right. Things have gotten that bad in Arizona. Of course, the whole world saw how Arizona got their behinds whooped by the Denver Broncos on Thursday, 45-10. Of course, they are 1-6. They're by far one of the worst football teams in the National Football League. It's pretty apparent that the Arizona Cardinals are rebuilding. You don't have to say the word rebuild. The world sees that you're rebuilding. And Patrick Peterson understands that he is in his 7th year, and he knows that it's going to take some time for the Cardinals to get it together. So he is asking for an out. This is according to ESPN's insider Adam Schefter. And this right here, this is from Twitter. This is Bryant McFadden. This is Patrick Peterson's own cousin. He tweets, Cardinals All-Pro cornerback at P2, which is Patrick Peterson's Twitter. Ideal trade destination is the Saints, per source, Patrick Peterson. So it seems that Patrick Peterson wants to be a New Orleans Saint. And me as a Saints fan, there would be nothing more I would love to see than Patrick Peterson in the black and gold. I think that a lot of Saints fans would like to see Patrick Peterson in the black and gold. You know, it's so easy for us to just write things off when things go good, right? The Saints beat the Baltimore Ravens 24-23, and we're happy as Saints fans. Drew Brees now has beaten all 32 NFL teams. He has 500 touchdowns. Oh, we loving this. The team is 5-1. Happy days are here again as Saints fans. But there's an old saying. It says, those that don't learn from their past is doomed to repeat it. I'm going to bring your mind back to something that happened during that Baltimore Ravens New Orleans Saints game. And that was the final drive of the Baltimore Ravens, when Joe Flacco threw a pass to John Brown in the back of the end zone for a touchdown with about 26 seconds left on the clock. Now, I know we're not thinking about this right now because the Saints won. Justin Tucker, of course, we know he missed his first extra point since he has been a pro. But I think about some of those plays, the divisional game last season, the Baltimore Raven game, and I'm thinking, wouldn't it be good to know that the Saints have a secondary that you know that can make a stop at a crucial time in the game? And what better way for them to create that crucial stop is to get an all-pro. Now, I mean, this is just wishful thinking because Arizona Cardinals coach Steve Wilks said that he's not interested in dealing Patrick Peterson. So all of this is just wishful thinking. But I would love to see Patrick Peterson in the black and gold. Not only do I feel like this is wishful thinking, I don't feel like it's possible for the Saints. I mean, I just seen the Dallas Cowboys trade for Amari Cooper for a first-round pick. Now, I like Amari Cooper. I've been watching him since he was at the University of Alabama. He has had an okay career so far in the National Football League with the Oakland Raiders, but he isn't worth a first-round pick. Dallas Cowboys, I mean, that was just pure desperation. That was desperation. That was pathetic. That was Dallas Cowboys. But anyway, man, he wasn't worth a first-round pick. So you look at Patrick Peterson, you know that he's much better at this particular time than an Amari Cooper. So you know a team is going to want a first-round pick for him. And unfortunately, the New Orleans Saints don't have a first-round pick next year. They traded that to the Green Bay Packers so they can get Marcus Davenport, which was a good pick. And they also traded their third-round pick for Teddy Bridgewater. So the only thing that they have left is a second-round pick. And I don't think that the Arizona Cardinals are going to want a second-round pick, just a second-round pick for Patrick Peterson. So the Saints would have to possibly give away that second-round pick and some quality players. And right now, the Saints are gelling. They got good chemistry going. And I don't think that they would want to mess up the chemistry that is in that locker room right now. You mess around and get rid of the wrong player, and the next thing you know, everything just goes haywire. Don't want to see that from the team. As much as I like to see Patrick Peterson in the Saints uniform, I don't think that the Saints can get it done. But doesn't mean that you shouldn't pick up the phone and call the Arizona Cardinals and try to see if there's any possible way that they can pick up the All-Pro corner. But this has been a State of the Saints podcast. Let me know what you think. Do you think that the Saints should try to get Patrick Peterson? And if so, how can they get Patrick Peterson? I would love to hear from you. Go ahead and comment down below. Also, follow the State of the Saints podcast on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search the State of the Saints podcast, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I want to thank you all for listening. This has been the State of the Saints podcast. I'm TJ Jones. Till next time, who dat?